Yeah, I'm Alex with Comprehensive Fire, and we did the Novec system in the server room. When we go into alarm, your system is set up as a cross zone system, so it takes 2 detectors in that system to go off to set gas off. Okay, your first detector will go off. It'll enunciate to the building fire alarm panel, right? And your whole system, horns and strobes will go off. Okay. Yeah. That will not. Okay. So your whole system's going off. There's a horn strobe specific to ours. It's the same thing, but it's a horn strobe. It looks the same in there. Has a sticker next to it. That will be going off. Then your second alarm will come in. Obviously your building's going to stay the same. That's the only thing you're going to get is that first alarm, whatever. Your second alarm will come in. The pulse on the horn strobe will change. Okay, and that'll start your 30-second countdown. Okay. At the end of 30 seconds, the gas will release. Okay. There's a pull station and a BORT, the red and yellow buttons that are right on this wall in here, and we can show them when we get. But the abort button, which is a yellow button, if you're in the room and they're soldering wires or whatever, and it goes off, and the person working in there knows for 100% fact that there is no fire, they can go and hold that button. So no matter what happens, what transpires,
30-second window.
The gas won't dump. Everything might progress through in the room, but the gas won't dump. What that button will do, will hold it at 10 seconds. So if it's in the 30-second countdown and it drops to 1 second and you hit it, it starts back up at 10. As long as it's in, it'll just hold at 10. And if you hit it before it gets below 10, it'll count down to 10 and it'll just hold it. So that button just holds it at 10 seconds. Okay. And if you let go, it'll start at 10. If you hit it again, it'll go back to 10. You know what I mean? So that's that. The pull station itself, as soon as you hit it, gas is discharged and you want to leave the room. So there's no progression. As soon as you hit it, horn strobe goes off, building gets set off, the discharge strobe goes off, you want to exit the room, the gas is coming immediately. There's no delay on it. And that'll take 10 seconds roughly to disperse into the room.
Give you time to get out?
No, I mean, if you hit that, it'll be going off as soon as you hit it, but you hit it, rock out, close the door. Okay? That's pretty much the whole system in a nutshell. You're the panel that's in the closet that's locked, it'll give you all your information. Okay, so the building fire alarm monitors that panel for trouble alarm and supervisory. Okay, there is the one thing that's in that room that's right next to the panel and the tank is a maintenance key switch. Okay, so if you're going to do maintenance in there, you turn that. It'll put the system into trouble. It'll notify your building fire alarm that the suppression system's in trouble, and that's just more or less so when you're done working, you remember that it's disconnected. So like I said, that panel is monitored for trouble alarm and supervisory by the building fire alarm, which is dialing out to trouble, and supervisory is probably going directly to you guys. Actually, probably all is going, if I remember correctly. What that'll tell you if batteries go low or die, if you lose power, you'll get in trouble. So you do have the maintenance switch, which is what you guys should be using. But if someone were to twist the solenoid off, there's actually a tamper switch on that. So it'll go into trouble as soon as you get like 3 turns on it, and it goes into trouble to let you know that the tamper's off the tank. I mean, the solenoid is off the tank. Everything that goes on will show up in some kind of writing. If a pull station is hit, it'll say pull station, and all the messaging will be there. If there's a trouble, obviously you guys don't do your own maintenance, or do you?
Well, probably not for this.
Okay, so if there's a trouble, you'll be able to, like when you call whoever does it, if it's us, great. But whoever it is, you'll be able to walk back there, say, okay, it'll light up. You can't really see it in the picture, but on the screen, there's it'll say trouble, supervisory, and then it'll also tell you on the screen what it is. So you'll be able to call. The one thing that I will point out is the only red light on this panel is alarm. So if you pop your head in and there's a red light, close the door, walk out. Let it do whatever it's going to do. And that's kind of it. I mean, that's the whole system.
What kind of gas is releasing?
It's Novec. I don't really know it. It's a newer kind of like FM200.
Heating up the oxygen?
No, it doesn't. That would be like Halon.
Okay.
When that system goes off, what you'll notice is the room will cool like drastically by, instantly. Like the whole room will cool, and then that it doesn't deplete the oxygen like a Halon would or something.
Okay.
So it's not like if you're in there and it went off, you're not going to get like sick or anything, or
Okay.
it's more like a fear thing because it's loud. Like it'll startle you, blow everything around, but it's not going to like hurt you or anybody for that matter in the room if it goes off.
All right.
The one thing I do say though is if it's an alarm, if it does discharge, make sure you close this door. If there's a fire, the system goes off, you walk out, make sure the door's closed. That has a door closer on it, so it should do it by itself. But if that is propped open or for some reason, it's not going to allow the system to operate the way it should, the way it's designed. The back closet is actually protected too. There is 2 detectors in there and a nozzle. So if there's work being performed back there, be aware. And again, that's for the cross trip of each zone. So this is your abort, and that's your manual discharge station. And then that is our specific horn strobe for this system. Okay, so that's how it will be. Your first alarm will be a slow pulse. Pre-discharge, which is at 30 seconds, your second detector would be your fast pulse, and then your discharge is going to be a steady, just loud noise. And that's everything. And if you want to, those are our detectors there. I don't know if there's building fire alarm detectors, but those would be the ones that are specific to our panel.
So it's going to come out of these vents here, right?
No, it'll come out here. These 2 nozzles.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 nozzles, and then there's a third nozzle in that closet for that area.
So if we do any kind of work in here that involves like a solder or anything, you said.
Soldering, if you're going to be.
This on maintenance first. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's key.
Yeah.
And then after we're done, you said,
Yeah.
wrap
If you're
it
going
up.
to do something that's going to cause smoke or a lot of dust, you're going to want to save that off.
Okay. Put it in
Okay.
maintenance.
Yep.
So then we'll be down in trouble.
Yep. So just make
And when
sure.
we're done, we put it back. Make sure you put it
Yeah.
back.
But don't ever put it back online if the panel says alarm.